What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and we are here today. I was going to do two reviews today. I was going to do Baddies ATL and The Real Housewives of Potomac, but unfortunately, it's just going to be one show, The Real Housewives of Potomac. But before we get into the review, you guys, I am going to actually put a tweet on the screen, and I want you guys to tell me in this tweet that I say anything that could be perceived as negative. Like, I want you guys to read the tweet. It's going to be sitting right here. It's going to be sitting right here, right? And I want you guys just to look at the tweet, read the tweet, tell me, like I said, if the tweet says anything, if I said anything wrong, you guys feel free to call me out, say, JB, yeah, you were wrong for what you said in that tweet, and the response that you got back was very much deserved. So read the tweet. Now, before we get into the review, you guys, if you guys are watching the video, or you're watching this video or any other video on the channel, and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then I'm gonna need you guys to do me a big solid favor. I'm gonna need you guys to stop, take me out on this date, hit that subscribe button, so that way I can stop paying for the meal, for my own portion of the meal. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit all the buttons on the channel. And without further ado, let's get into The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 7. The episode was titled Gossip Girl. Let's talk about it, shall we? And let me know about that tweet. It was right up there. Alright, you guys, so we pick up with the ladies. So we're still in Williamsburg, right? So we see the ladies as they're having breakfast, right? So meanwhile we see, so it's the main house that we're having breakfast in. So you see Candace, you see Mia, you see Saturn's rings, and you see Boy Robin. Meanwhile, Karen, Wendy, and Scala, they were trying to figure out how to work that damn cart, right? So Saturn's rings says to Robin that Mia told her that Karen didn't sleep well because of the troll comment. Now, see, before we even talk about Mia, like, let me talk about Mia real quick, right? So you guys know that I've been saying for weeks that I'm on the fence when it comes to Mia. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna be a fan of Mia or not. At this point, I can 100% tell you guys I'm not a fan of Mia's. I don't see it for Mia. I think Mia is a go along to get along type of person. That's the vibe that she's giving me when it comes to Boy Robin and Saturn's rings, as well as with Karen, right? I feel like I won't say she's playing both sides. I feel like she's teeter tottering, right? Like, 1 minute she wants to teeter this way towards Saturn's rings and Boy Robin. The next minute she's tilting to be on Karen's side. So that's why I get from her, but not a big fan of hers. Definitely can say that at this point, right? So then we finally see that the other ladies have joined them, right? So Wendy has changed her outfit. I'm like, come on, Wendy. I'm like, I'm like, thank you. Like, I'm glad Karen actually had that pep talk with Wendy. Like, if she was dressing the way she was dressing to appease those two, girl, go take this shit off, right? So Karen, so once they eat, Saturn's rings take Boy Robin, and they go upstairs after all the ladies have arrived and they're starting to eat, right? So Karen tells Candace that, I feel like Saturn's rings, she was very disrespectful of your marriage. And, Candace was like, when it comes to Saturn's rings, I know she doesn't have, cool 24/7, which that is true. But the things, see, with the person like her, ain't no way in hell I'm finna sit here and talk about a relationship with you when you don't have a successful relationship. Now, I'm not saying that she needs to have one, but if you're gonna be sitting here trying to give people relationship advice, I would at least prefer you to have some kind of a successful relationship, but you don't. I'm not saying that she needs a man. I'm just saying, if you're gonna give me some advice, be able to give me advice from a place of security, like you have a successful relationship, right? So Saturn's rings, like, she's talking to Boy Robin about her life, saying she's winning, right? I guess this is her way of giving her tough love, giving her encouraging words of encouraging her. But the more she talks to the girl, I'm like, that is not encouragement, right? Because she keeps talking about Juan. I'm like, is Juan this, Juan that? Like, don't no man want to be with an unattractive woman? Like, is that a way of uplifting your friend when your friend just literally just sat there and said seasonal depression, like seasonal depression. And then Boy Robin says that, she doesn't see what people see in her. Now, I will say I'm a victim of that. I'm guilty of that as well. People are always telling me things, like people will tell me people, one thing people always tell me is how handsome I am. I'm like, I don't see it. Like, I really don't see it. When I look in the mirror, I don't see what people see in me. I'm like, I don't see that. I'm like, I see an average, at best, I see an average looking man looking back at me. I don't see, like me looking in this camera right now, I don't see a handsome guy. I see an average looking person. I feel average. And like when it comes to my life and stuff, people telling me you're doing good, and I'm like, thank you for telling me that, but like I don't really feel like I don't feel like I'm, and the thing for me is I don't feel like I'm where I want to be in my life. God damn, that's a big ass fly. Get off. So yeah, I can get where she's coming from, right? But like I said, from her, this is not tough love. But okay, if you want to say so, go girl, go on ahead and do it, right? So Boy Robin says that, she's scared to get to a certain point and fall. And I get that, right? Because we all know what her story is, right? That her friend took the money from them when they found out he committed suicide. So I get where she's coming from with that. When you build yourself up so high that you just have a fear of, I've gotten myself to a good spot in my life, and then you just stay there because you don't want to plateau back down to where you came from. So I definitely get where she's coming from with that. Definitely got that one too, right? So she says that some retailers have reached out to her, but she hasn't responded. I was like, now girl, you might not be my favorite, but when you were talking about some of them big name retailers were reaching out to you, and about your caps, about them caps, really. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and shit on her. I'm really not. I didn't think her hats were that cute last season. Still don't think them hats are that cute. But hey, obviously someone does, and I hope that. But you know what? That is one thing. Like with me, with YouTube, people will get in my, like, I have people that usually send me emails about wanting to do be brand do brand ambassador, I guess you would say, like brand ambassador or influencer, right? I have people that get in my email all the time. Actually, I actually have someone in my email right now that wants me to do a review of a product, but I'm thinking to myself, I'm still trying to think about how this is going to benefit me, right? Because somebody wants me to review a teleprompter. I don't know how that's going to work out for me. I mean, I use my phone, but I guess with the teleprompter I would put it on I don't know. We're going to look into it nonetheless. But yeah, I hope she does respond. But let's move on. All right, you guys. So Saturn's rings. She finally, you little squirrel's about to die. So Saturn's rings. She, finally is having her aerobic day. I'm like, girl, this just literally looks like something that old people do, right? If when old people have, physical therapy, that's what that looked like, was old people physical therapy. But I know that swimming does, help. It's a form of exercise. So congratulations to her for getting her body right. Now you just need to work on that inside, because your outside. I'm not even gonna shit on her. Gorgeous woman. She's a good-looking woman, right? But that interior, that inside, the inside of you is ugly, and it personifies on the outside. So, Hey Arnold Stewie, she finally shows up. You guys know Hey Arnold Stewie is, you guys know that Hey Arnold Stewie is Ashley. Let me go down the line, because I don't know if y'all know who I'll be talking about. So whenever I say Hey Arnold Stewie, that's Ashley. Saturn's rings, that's Giselle. And Boy Robin, that's self-explanatory, is Robin. So Hey Arnold Stewie, she's there, right? And she was telling us about getting her, oh God, I want to throw up, when they showed us her placenta. Oh God, I want to throw up. I was with that producer. Like, oh God, I was just looking at that placenta, I'm like, oh God, that looks disgusting. Ew. No shade. I'm not shading any woman who eats their placenta or even does what Hey Arnold Stewie did and put it in a pill form. I'm not shading that. I know it has its health benefits, but it just looks disgusting as hell to me. Just keeping it real with you. It just looks nasty. It doesn't look appeasing. It doesn't look appetizing. Those are the same. Appetizing. Is that a word? appeasing, appeasing, appetizing. I think it's appeasing. It's appeasing, right? Yeah, I think it's appeasing. Shut up, y'all. Don't say nothing in the comment section. Let me have it. I'm just joking with y'all. But it is appeasing, right? It doesn't look appeasing. Appeasing, appetizing. Is appetizing a word? Like literally, is that a word? I don't know. We'll look it up after I get off the off here with y'all. I don't think it's a word though. I literally think it's appeasing. But that placenta just doesn't look good. All right, where are we at? So Karen tells Hey Arnold Stewie that she's been the target of Saturn's ring's aggressions, and she also tells her that Saturn's ring. Now, see, here's my thing with both Karen and Saturn's ring's Giselle. I don't think either one of y'all owe each other an apology, right? I don't think that y'all owe each other an apology. Karen, love you to death, boo, but you were putting 20 on 10 with that whole shit about Saturn's rings, saying that she wished death on Ray. She did not wish death on Ray. Saturn's rings. You putting 20 on 10 about Karen talking about your family. Karen didn't say anything worse than what your daddy said. Your daddy said it. Plus, before the season even came out, it was already circulated in the blogs that Jamal allegedly had another baby. I'm going to repeat this one more time. You were on Watch What Happens Live before season 5 of The Real Housewives of Potomac aired with Karen. Not Karen. With Kim Jbsayzwhat. You want to know with her. Andy asked you if Jamal had another baby. You answered the question, no. So I don't understand what she's upset about. Girl, I think what you're really upset about is the fact that Monique aired you out at the reunion. Monique is not there, but you to go off on her this season. So Karen is getting the ricochet of the bullet is just ricocheting from where Monique was to Karen. Like, that's really what it is, right? But you did take some low. Now, Karen, the one thing that Karen did say that I was like, she took low blows at that dinner table the night before when she called. The biggest thing was her saying that Wendy had no substance. Like, I cannot get past that. You said the woman had no substance. Boy, Robin said that the woman was looser. Loose, and when you tell a person that they're loose, 9 times out of 10, if you tell a person they're loose, you're gonna think that if I'm hearing someone, you say to somebody, "Damn girl, you a little loose," or "Damn boy, you a little loose." Well, really, they say it to women. Unfortunately, they don't say it to men. They say it to women. "Damn girl, you a little bit loose." Loose means you a hoe. Not Robin, but Wendy's not a hoe. Wendy wants to have fun. Get the stick out your ass. This is probably gonna be a lengthy review. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a lengthy ass review. All right, you guys, let's move on because I'm already at 5 minutes on this, and I was gonna talk about the other. Let's move on real quick. All right, you guys. So, Hey Arnold Stewie and Saturn's ring. So they go and talk right after the aerobics class, after the little water aerobics was over with, right? And Hey Arnold Stewie told Saturn's rings what Karen had told her. So Saturn's rings, she does keep repeating this substance comment, talking about that Wendy was a little bit different, but she's different. She had more substance last season. What does that mean? Like, what do you mean she had more substance last season? Like, I'm trying to draw a comparison. Like, what's the difference, right? The only thing that's different, there are some differences between Wendy and from last season and this season, right? Last season when Wendy came on, Wendy was talking about her 4 degrees, right? Wendy was talking about her political commentating. Wendy was it was Dr. Wendy this, right? This season, she's not talking about Dr. Wendy. She's not talking about her 4 degrees. She's not talking about any of that stuff. So far, she is this man got his dogs out here with him, and he just got out the car, and I'm assuming there's a squirrel in the grass somewhere, because his dogs literally almost yanked him, like he went flying, and they're little bitty dogs at that. So yeah, she's not talking about that stuff this season so far. She's just she got a BBL and she's showing off her body. Like, I don't think Oh, they gone. Oh, they gone. They went so far that his leash, both of the leashes flew out of his hand. But they're well behaved because they didn't run too far away. But he's too old for these dogs. He's too old. Back to the show. Back to this show that we're talking about. So yeah, that's really what it is with Wendy, right? She just got her body done. So I don't know. And the only other thing besides Wendy having her body done and her showing her body, the only other thing that they have is the fact that she, her and Mia had that little hiccup. But that doesn't really amount to much. In my personal opinion, it doesn't amount to much. I'm confused about this whole substance comment, right? So then Saturn's ring tells her that Karen said she cried, and she says that, she has nothing to do with that. Ma'am, yes you do. The reason that Wendy cried is because you said that the woman lacked substance. Like, how would you feel if someone said something like that to you? How would you feel if someone came up to you and said, when I first met you, you had all the substance in the world. Now after you've done, some stuff that makes you feel good about who you are, you lack substance, and then you call me loose. How in the would you feel? Turkey neck? God. But see, here's my issue with her right now. She wants to keep saying that she feels that Wendy is doing all of this because of the Eddie rumors, but you keep saying that you don't believe that the rumors are true. So if you don't believe that the rumors are true, why do you think she's doing this because of the alleged Eddie rumors? It doesn't make sense. So now, hey, Arnold, Stewie, and Saturn's rings feel that they should bring it up at lunch. Girl, no. Don't do that. Not around, sharp objects. I wouldn't try it. But let's move on. All right, you guys. So the ladies, they do go to lunch. Now, I'm not quite sure why Robin was late. She said she had some work to do, but I don't know. But she was late. And so the ladies, they got there. And, oh no. How in the hell did that happen? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do that. I don't know how this happened. It ain't, how in the hell, it ain't melted. We gonna cut that out. Maybe. That was interesting. And then my lips were all shiny and shit. All right. I did not mean for that to happen. Very interesting. Well, all right, you guys. So the ladies, they do go out to lunch, right? And they talk about the dinner. Now, here's the thing that I didn't understand when they went to lunch, right? All the ladies went. They all were there. But Robin was late per usual. But Robin said she had some work to do. So I guess, I don't know. I don't know. Don't care, right? So, hey, Arnold Stewie, she asked, she says, well, there is a disconnect. No, girl, there is no disconnect. There is literally no disconnect at all. Now, I know she was talking about, in her interview about Karen, right? How Karen, when it comes to Giselle, she doesn't know Karen, Karen doesn't lie that much. But when it comes to Giselle, she can give you a fable, right? Which is true. But in this instance, Karen wasn't technically lying. So Saturn's rings ask, Wendy if they're good. And Wendy tells her that no, we're not good because I felt a way about the comment that you made about me not having substance, and it, hurt her, and she felt ashamed, which I'm like, she felt like she was being body shamed. Now the body shaming thing, I I don't know. I don't know if it was body shaming or not. You guys let me know if you think it's body shaming, right? But I definitely get, her feelings being hurt about that damn comment about not having substance, right? Mia, like I said, is a flip flopper, right? Mia chimed in, saying, "Yeah, I co-sign what Wendy's saying." I'm like, "Oh, so you on Wendy's side, okay?" But now, we'll talk about that in just a little bit, right? So Saturn's ring says, "Well, I was just checking in," and then she gives her, "If I offended you, that wasn't my intention apology." That's not an apology, first and foremost. Stop saying if. The person is literally telling you, you hurt my feelings. When someone tells you you hurt their feelings, your response, if you care about them, if you're friends with them, if you want to salvage anything, your response should be to them, "You know what? I hear you. I hear what you're saying. You're telling me that me and my words or my actions or whatever hurt your feelings, right?" And they say, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying." Well, you know what? For that one, it was never my intention to hurt you, offend you, anything of the sort. So what I want to do from the bottom of my heart, I want to extend my deepest apologies to you and leave it at that. Ain't no ifs in it. It's no ifs, because the person is literally telling you, yes, you hurt my feelings. So Wendy's, Wendy talking about when Karen, she and Karen talked about how Karen poured into her and she thanks her, and Saturn's rings, and at this point, Boy Robin had joined, and Hey Arnold Stewie, they looking like, really? You know what, Mia? Karen don't like you. She don't like you either. So touche. Now Mia, you are a whole ass contradiction, and you actually really kind of got on my nerves, right? So Mia says that she's like, but I can see where Giselle is coming from, right? Talking about the fact that if someone had done some work like that, she would be, and they're more revealing, she would be checking in on them. Girl, what? Why do you need to check in on somebody? Like, if a person wants to show their body, they're gonna show their body. Like, I don't. Now, yes, I will say there might be a time and a place for certain outfits, right? But I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my God, girl, you should." I'm not gonna, in front of a lot of people, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh my God, girl, you should not award it," or nothing like that. Like, I don't understand it. But Mia is a contradiction, and that was when I was like, "Yeah, Mia, I'm not feeling you." Then Hey Arnold Stewie, she wants to chime in. I'm like, "Girl, shut up. You were not there. So do you, me, and your forehead a favor and shut the fuck up." Like, it just, she annoys me. So then, I'm gonna need Mia to shut all the way down, right? Because, Wendy was like, "I didn't judge you for being a stripper." She says, "I wasn't a stripper." They were like, "Then what the hell were you?" Like, Mia don't know what she was. First, she said she was an entertainer. She worked at a 5-star restaurant where they served steak and lobster. So yeah, you was an entertainer at a 5-star restaurant, served steak and lobster, but you wore ball gowns there. But there were also girls there that stripped. But then you also said in another episode that you were a stripper. But then you also said you didn't take your clothes off. You're a contradiction, Mia, and I don't like contradictions. That's what I don't like, is a contradiction. Don't do it. You just can't with Mia. So then, Hey Arnold, Stewie, and Saturn's rings, they go to the side, right? So they feel that they need to talk to Wendy alone about these Eddie rumors, and Hey Arnold, Stewie feels she's the best person for it because she's been through so much. I'm like, girl, your husband was literally caught doing this shit. We don't have any factual proof on Eddie. The woman that the Hobbit was in the hotel room with, boom, she snapped a picture of him. Boy Robin and Candace, they heard Michael say he wanted to suck somebody's dick. Boom, on camera. The cameraman, boom, lost it against you guys because he grabbed his ass. Boom, we saw him grab Andrew's ass. Boom, we saw him grab another producer's ass in season 1. So what you're talking about doesn't add up. We have not saw anything about Eddie. These are rumors about Eddie. Nothing is rumored when it comes to your troll, goblin, hobbit husband. Fuck out of here. Let's move on. Because that shit pissed me off. She felt like she the one that need to talk to her. Girl, sit your big forehead rocking ass the fuck down somewhere. Alright, you guys. So they go back to the house to do the whiskey tasting. And this is where all hell began to break loose, right? Boy Robin. So they had 4 different whiskeys, right, that they were tasting. Now, me personally, I'm not a whiskey person. Somebody actually gave me some whiskey a few years ago when I used to work for Hearst. I had a customer. He worked at a high end, like a high end beer company, right, or alcohol company, where they made high end beers, like not like your Heinekens and stuff like that. I literally cannot remember what the name of that beer was. Actually, it's on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram page. I took a picture of it. It's like, and it was really good. It's like it's kind of a, so you guys know how like you drink wine, when you have your food, you have a wine that you drink with it. Well, you could have a nice meal with this beer, and it really was really good because I drank it, really good. And then he also came back and gave me this whiskey. Ooh, that whiskey! I gave it to my little cousin for her 21st birthday. That whiskey, she liked it. I hated it. I'm like, oh, this whiskey is strong. So they have 4 different whiskeys, right? Boy Robin. So he's going down the line telling them about the whiskeys. Kind of like, how when you do a wine tasting, they tell you about the wine. They tell you what's in the wine. So at one point, she just started taking them back. I'm like, girl, you're gonna be fucked up pretty soon, right? So, while they're doing this, hey Arnold Stewie, at one point, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna get ready to go. She's like, Wendy, can I talk to you outside? And Wendy looked at her. I'm like, Wendy, don't do it. Because Wendy was apprehensive, but Wendy went out there with her, right? So when she went out there with her, she's telling Wendy, Saturn's Rings and I were talking, right? And, we were talking about, this blog that, saying that Eddie's cheating. And we were just wondering if that's the reason for, you dressing differently. Like, so y'all really believe that? And that's actually quite insulting when you think, like, if you literally just sit down and think about what they're saying, it's very insulting. So you telling me that I went and got my body done because of a man? Like, is that because that's literally what you guys are saying, that I went and got my body done because my husband is allegedly cheating on me, right? That's disrespectful as hell to say, oh, you went and got your body done for a man. Even if you get your body done, a man is still going to cheat. Like if a person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat regardless of what you look like. You feel what I'm saying? So that was just hella disrespectful. And then she was like, Saturn's Rings had told her that, right? And Wendy was like, like, she was like, why didn't she bring it to me? Like, she's like, why not bring it to me? And I'm like, exactly. Why not bring it to her? And I think it was, I believe it was the Peace Report Daily, because I was looking at my timeline last night. I believe it was a Peace Report Daily who said that Saturn's Rings had said that 4 times, and of those 4 times, she never said it to her face. Actually, she did say it 4 times. She said it once to Robin, and she said it 3 times to Ashley. Once to Robin and 3 times to Ashley. But I should have done like that, right? But she said it, yeah. Because she said it when she and Ashley were sitting at a restaurant. She said it when she and Ashley were sitting at her home. She said it when her and Robin got here to Williamsburg. And she's talked to Ash. Yeah, she said it 4 fucking times. Like, if you if you are concerned, tell her, right? So Wendy went back in the house and she addressed the lady. She's like, she addressed him. She said, did you know about it? No. 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 Got over there to the Three Stooges, Saturn's Rings, and especially Boy Robin. Boy Robin tried to play like she don't know what the fuck she talking about. I'm like, girl, you know exactly what the fuck she talking about. That whiskey wasn't that strong for you to lose, have selective amnesia. And then, when I tell you that Wendy read into Giselle, I'm gonna call her by her name. Giselle, she read and gathered the fuck out of Giselle. I was like, well, god damn, Wendy, I didn't know you had that in you. Like, she read her up, down, front, back, cover to cover. And I was here for every minute of that read, right? Now, boy, Robin, she wants to sit there and defend her girlfriend. I'm like, girl, you might want to shut up because there's a few stray bullets in there that can come and attack you, which a few of them did. And I'm like, girl, shut up. Mind your business. But Wendy drug her ass to hell and back. I was like, yes, Wendy, go off. And then, after this whole thing is done, Hey Arnold Stewie decides that she wants to go. Yes, please, go. And Candace was like, why would you do that? And I'm like, exactly, why would you do that? We know why she did it, to start the mess. And she was like, you and your forehead can go, basically. And, Candace was like, see, that's fucked up, right? I wouldn't bring you a blog post. She says, but you feed into it. No, your husband fed into the blog post. Your husband is the one that fed them blog posts, not Candace. Your husband is the one that fed them blog posts. Shut up, you big forehead. Like, your husband is the one, like, especially about the cameraman and the woman in the hotel. That was your husband. Candace ain't had shit to do with that. The only thing that Candace brought to you last season, the only thing that Candace has brought to you on the show is the comment that he said he wanted to suck one of the men's dicks, and the comment about and the text message that she and Giselle brought to you last season. Like, girl, miss me with that bullshit. But that's the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so you guys are notified when I drop anything else, and share the video. On to the next one, you guys. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, social distance. I just bit my tongue. Social distance. Be blessed, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Miami, and Bachelor in Paradise. Now, Bachelor in Paradise, you guys might see that one on Tuesday. That'll probably have to be a Tuesday show with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Miami back. So that'll probably be a Tuesday show. So I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.